Welcome to today's episode of the Arena Sports Show with me, your host, Helge Schütz. Well, we've got a full show today. We've got rugby, soccer, we've got tennis as well as hockey. So let's get started. On Saturday, the Windhoek Draftwell Witches lost 38-17 to the Boland Cavaliers in the Mzansi Challenge match at the Helge Stadium. Well, after the game, I spoke to the defence coach of the Well Witches, Alistair Coetzee. Let's hear what he had to say.
Look, it's been a really entertaining match. Obviously, something that has been a bit of a negative for us the whole season is that we don't get off to a good start. I mean, every game we start off with a soft try that we give the opposition. In this instance, we knocked on from the kickoff, and a minute into the game, 2 minutes into the game, we're down 7 points, and then it's difficult to catch up again. But look, the score doesn't reflect what has happened here today. I'm really proud of the players. I'm really proud of a team that trains once a week and have a captain's practice, and they come out and they perform like this today, showing physicality, also showing dominance in the scrum, and also doing well at set piece. If you look at the sequence and flow of the game, we've been attacking well, we lack patience. We lose the ball 3 times on their try line, and Boland go score on the other side, which is the players we spoke about, turnovers all week, and they are good in the counter-attack, and they punished us. So this is really a learning curve for our boys. It's different to club rugby where you can make a mistake and you can fix it again. Yeah, you stand behind the post. It's just a pity that we couldn't, in the last 10 minutes, after dominating territory, couldn't get over the line. But it's really a big improvement in terms of the collisions. The tries they scored, as like I say, turnover, which is difficult to defend. But we take the lessons and we move on, This Boland side has been together for some time. It's a second or third year in the Mzansi Cup. This is our first year. And if we, making so big strides, next year I'm sure this Welwitja will be a really highly competitive team.
Right, and Alistair, you've been around the country as well, looking for new talents and holding workshops. Would you say there's a lot of talent out there in the regions?
Yeah, I'm happy with what I've seen. I'm happy with the game understanding that's improved so much. And a lot of the players in the Mzansi squad are really, contesting for positions for the Nations Cup squad and also the World Cup squad. So obviously we have 26 players outside the borders of Namibia, and they will be joining the team as from the 26th of June, and also the rest of the Americans will come, and the South Africans who will be in quarterfinals in the Currie Cup from the Free State Griquas would be joining us from the 10th of July. So those are the 2 camp weeks. First one 26th of June, second one 10th of July. But we'll be really working hard, and I'm proud, to see a team that never gives up. That's something you can't coach. You either lie down and die and fade, but this team didn't lie down and fade today.
And after that game, I also spoke to the captain of the Boland Cavaliers, Thurlow Marsh. Let's hear what he had to say.
At the beginning of the game it was quite physical, but luckily for us we were prepared mentally for the physicality. Namibia definitely brought it to us, but like I say, we were prepared, so we were able to absorb it.
Right, and it was quite a tough game at the end. Namibia throwing everything on the line, but your defence was great. You must have been happy with that.
I think we are the team with the least points conceded on the log. I think we really pride ourselves on the defense, and especially in our 22. We tell ourselves that our family is behind us and we need to defend them. So that's what the Cavaliers stands for, and we did ourselves proud today.
Great, Thurlow. And do you guys think you can still win this competition, maybe?
Well, that is the objective, that is our goal in the end, and I think we will just take it game by game. Next week we have Border in East London, also a quite physical team, so we need to win that one to have a home final, so we will take it game by game.
Great. And what did you think of Namibia's performance?
Namibia, they are good, very physical. I think if they keep the ball a bit longer, they will be devastating. Luckily for us, we were up defensively for the challenge. But like I say, Namibia, if they can keep the ball longer, they will be able to do a lot of damage.
Great. And have you enjoyed your stay here?
Yeah, definitely. We are still here tonight. We are only flying back to Cape Town tomorrow. So hopefully we will have a great night tonight here with the friendly people of Namibia.
And with that victory, the Boland Cavaliers went to the top of the log, while the Woolwich are third from bottom. Let's take a look at the latest log standing. We're still on rugby, and Western Suburbs beat Rio Falcon 44-26 in a Rugby Premier League match on Saturday. Well, after that game, I spoke to Suburbs captain Gino Wilson and Russell van Wyk of Rio Falcons. Let's take a look.
The game was very physical. The tempo was very nice. For a Premier League game, it was great. The first half was Suburbs always come with a bang. The first 25 minutes, we came back, but at the end of the day, we lack a few skills, and the defense let us down at the end of the day.
But it was a great comeback by you guys, so tell us about that.
Yeah, the thing is, it is a very young team that we have. The experience is a bit, we don't have that kind of experience to go for the first 10-20 minutes. So after that, they start to believe in themselves, and they start playing a bit of rugby. But at the end of the day, it's very difficult for us to play catch-up rugby, and that is the problem that we are facing this whole Premier League at this point. We are only playing catch-up rugby, and we are not coming out in full the first 20-25 minutes. So but we have a very young team, and the future is bright for Rio Falcons.
Great, well done, Russell. So we also have Gino Wilson, captain of Suburbs. How was the game, Gino?
Exactly like Russell said, this game is the expectation of always being a running game. Today it was a bit of both, so it was a bit physical, or not a bit, a lot physical, and also a lot of running. So thank you once again. Thank you for Rio Falcons for giving us a great game. It was a really tough one, really to dig deep, especially the last 20 minutes, because that's what led us through at the end. But once again, thank you for Rio Falcons for a really physical and lovely running game.
Right, Gino, tell us about Suburbs this year. At the top, you're a bit mid-table now.
We're a bit mid-table. We're struggling to keep it consistent at the moment. We're always winning, losing. But obviously, we're trying to keep it consistent from here on. Hopefully, against Wanderers next week, that will be our stepping stone in keeping it consistent and obviously going to the top.
And well done to both teams for a great game. Well, in another Premier League game, Kudus beat Grootfontein 48-31 to move to within 1 point of log leaders United. Let's take a look at the latest log standing. Right, let's move on to women's football. And Tura Magic beat Girls and Goals 4-1 in an FNB Women's Super League match on Sunday to go 9 points clear at the top of the log. Well, after that game, I spoke to Elmarie Fredericks of Tura Magic and Kylie van Wyk of Girls and Goals. Let's take a look.
This wasn't going to be an easy game for us. We all figured that, but we came out here, we gave it our all. Considering that we had a lot of injuries during the game. Previous games we had a lot of injuries, so we have a few players, but at the end of the day, we have to do with what you have. So it was a tough game for us here.
Right, now losing this top of the log clash, so how does it affect your chances to maybe beat Tura to the title?
It sets us back a few points, I think 7 in total. It's going to be tough for us to come back to that, hoping that Tura Magic loses some games, which probably won't happen. So at the end of the day, I think Tura Magic is going to win the league.
Okay, well played. So we've also got Elmarie Fredericks of Tura Magic. How was the game for you?
I would say, like she said, the game was very tough for us also, because we played yesterday and they did not play. So we are a bit tired. They gave us a nice competition, but at the end, experience also counts.
Right, talking about experience, you had a great game, making 2 or 3 of the passes for goals. So how do you feel about your game?
I think I step up today for my game today. So I make my team very proud today. Because yesterday I played, I don't know, but today I step up.
Right.
Yes.
And do you think with this win you guys can win the league now?
Yes, of course, we are going for the league title now.
And as I said, Tura Magic are now 9 points clear at the top of the log. So let's take a look at all the weekend's results and the latest log standing. Moving on to indoor hockey, and Saints and Wintergold boys played to a thrilling 5-all draw in a men's Premier League match last week. Well, that result leaves the title race wide open, and after that game I spoke to Ernest Jacobs of Old Boys and Owen Hatton of Saints. Let's hear what they had to say.
We started off very rocky, went down 3-0 at the start of the game, but we just kept our heads up and we kept on fighting, just told the boys to just keep their head, especially to the keeper. If the keeper's not in the game, it's basically done for you, especially in a team that's well organized like All Boys. But playing that game was really, I feel that's the game of the season so far.
Right, it was, and you guys were actually trailing about 2-3 goals behind, but you came back, so tell us about that comeback.
So, first we were trailing 3-0. After the first goal, I think the boys just got lots of hope, and we just kept on fighting. We played for each other. That's what we said we're going to do. We're going to enjoy the game and just play for each other, play for God. So it paid off at the end of the day.
Great, well done. So Ernie, what are your thoughts about the game?
Great game, like Owen said. I think it was the game of the season. I had to be here to see it. High pace, like he said, we went 3 goals up quite quickly, and then they scored 3 nice goals of their own. And yeah, then it went 1-1, 1-1. And I think it was a spectator game today. Fun, a lot of action, a lot of argy-bargy, but it was a good sport. I think it was fun, no cards. It was one card. But yeah, it was a nice game, fun game, intense game.
Great. So how does this leave the log position in the title race?
So the title race is still close. There's 3 teams contending at the moment, with Saints, School of Hockey, and ourselves. Everyone is kind of on a loss or a few draws, and with bonus points in play, a loss can be made up if other teams don't grab their bonus points. So I think the race is still on.
We're still on hockey, and DTS virtually sealed the Women's Premier League title when they beat Saints 5-0 last week. After that game, I spoke to DTS goalie Petrus Stoffberg. Let's take a look.
It was a tough game. Even though it was a high score, it wasn't an easy game. Saints gave it all. They kept coming. I mean, especially towards the end. They really entered our circle. It was, if anyone only had to look at game statistics and leave out the scores, I would say it was an even game. So I would say it was a tough game, but it was an exciting one as well, with all the goals that were happening and saves that were occurring. And I mean, Saints is a very good team. So a score like that, I mean, we can only be proud of ourselves.
Right, and Pietro, this was a very important win also for the title race. And you guys are on top of the log, and I think you might be winning the title now. Do you know what the position is?
I'm not too sure what is going to happen in the future, because normally there are playoffs, so there might be finals. But whether we would be going, if there's finals, we would definitely be playing the finals. And yeah, it would be an exciting match. So far we're unbeaten, and the second in the log is Saints, who we just won. So I think our chances are looking good, and let's hold fingers that it would be a win for us.
Right. And if you do win the league, it will be the 3rd year in a row. So would you say you are the new powerhouses of women's hockey?
Yeah, I mean, it's a very tough thing to say, because it always swings. It depends on the game, it depends on the day, the people play. I do believe Saints has a good team, as well as All Boys also has a very good team. So when it comes to competition in the league, I wouldn't necessarily put us out there. But when it comes to performance-wise, we have been a powerhouse.
I also spoke to the losing captain, Jericho Cormack of Saints. Let's hear what she had to say.
To be completely honest, we're definitely not happy with our performance. We played DTS the first game of the league, and we only lost 2-1, and we were very rusty, and our league has been so brilliant up until this game, so we thought, if we win this game, then we would be in the running to win the title. But unfortunately their win means that they should win the league, but mathematically we could win it if they lose the next 2. But DTS is a complete force. The chances of them losing the next 2 games isn't very high. But we still have 1 game in hand, and we hope to kind of redeem ourselves by scoring a few more goals in that game than we did in this game. So, yeah.
Great, Jerry. And this will be the 3rd year in a row now that DTS has won the title. So would you say they've overtaken Saints as the powerhouses?
I think so. I don't know how many times Saints has won it, but every time it's Saints versus DTS, and every year, or the first 2 years, was nail biters. You can ask Petru, the DTS goalkeeper. She loves playing Saints because we really give her a bit of a run for her money, and it's such an exciting game every year. But yeah, DTS has taken it for the 3rd year in a row. Like I said, they're a complete force to reckon with. And as for Saints, we've lost a lot of players, a lot of students have left. So the team we have now is very young. I'm definitely the oldest, but everyone else is under 18. But Saints DTS is very similar to that. But yeah, no, I'm DTS, to beat them at the standard they're at. They've got at least 4 or 5 of the national players in their team. We only have 1, which is Azali. So, statistically, we should be losing 5-0 to DTS, but I just feel with our passion, I was kind of hoping we'd give them, a bit more of a run for their money. But yeah, no, well done to DTS again.
And just to clarify, DTS virtually have won that Women's Premier League title Saints still have an outside chance, but they'll have to make up a 12-goal deficit, while DTS will have to lose their last 2 matches, which is highly unlikely. Well, let's move on to junior football. And Athletic Club Football Academy won the Bank Windhoek Ramblers Under-21 soccer tournament after beating Kaizen Football Academy 1-0 in the final on Saturday. In an evenly matched contest between 2 well-organized teams, nothing much separated the sides in the first half. ACFA, however, broke the deadlock through a brilliant goal by Kelmer Antonio after the break, and although KFA pushed hard for the equaliser, ACFA held on for a narrow win to become the Bank Windhoek Ramblers Under-21 champions. In the first semi-final, KFA beat Swallows 4-0 after a hat-trick by striker Thomas Arceus and 1 goal by Kavita Kavehungwa. In the second semi-final, Kasaona Football Academy took the lead against ACFA through a goal by Kambirongo Chinuchiwa, but ACFA came back strongly, scoring 4 goals in the final 20 minutes to win the match 4-1. Wesley Ovasep scored a brace, and Junior Mwazi and Shane Schmidt 1 goal each. Right, let's move on to tennis, and Dixon Piri won the men's under-25 singles title at the Sanlam Junior Tennis Tournament in Windhoek on Saturday. In the men's under-25 final, Piri made a great comeback to beat Ruan Karlitz 2-1. Karlitz won the first set 6-4, but Piri won the second set on a tiebreaker before winning the third set 10-7 on a super tiebreaker. Mari van Skalkwyk and Johan Tron won the girls and boys under-14 titles. Linda Alemu and Tadiwa Mombeyarara won the girls and boys under-12 titles. And Janice Besaidenout and Peter Gaturu won the girls and boys under-10 titles. Let's move on to schools rugby, and Windhoek High School got off to a winning start when they beat Pro Ed Academy 38-16 in the Standard Bank Schools Under-19 Premier League rugby competition on Saturday. Windhoek High School took a while to get going on their home field at Vegkop, and at halftime the Swakopmund Bates team, Pro Ed Academy, had taken a 15-10 lead. VRS, however, finished strongly, running in 7 tries in total to Pro Ed's 2 tries to comfortably win the match 38-16. In other matches in the Under-19 Premier League competition so far, Windhoek Gymnasium beat Walvis Bay Private School 31-17, Windhoek Afrikaans Privaat School beat Tsumeb Gymnasium 18-10, and Tsumeb Gymnasium beat El Natan 17-12. And finally, some soccer news. Well, the draw for the COSAFA Cup competition was made on Friday, and Namibia were drawn in a tough Group A. Namibia were drawn in the group of death along with the hosts South Africa, Botswana and Eswatini, while the defending champions Zambia were drawn in Group B along with Malawi, Seychelles and Comoros Islands. Group C consists of Mozambique, Angola, Mauritius and Lesotho. The 3 group winners, as well as the best placed runner-up, will qualify for the semi-finals of the tournament, which will be held in Durban from 5 to 16 July. And good luck to the brave warriors there. Well, by that, we've come to the end of today's show. I hope you enjoyed it. So from me, Helge, it's goodbye till next time.